Grass, green, Mary Jane, herb, reefer, weed. Whatever nickname you like to call it by, it is cannabis. You've probably heard about it, and, well, odds are very likely you've tried it at least once. No judgment. But how does cannabis get you, high?
Nameless.
Cannabis is a psychoactive drug derived from species of plants in the Cannabaceae family, which includes Cannabis sativa, Cannabis indica, and Cannabis ruderalis. And while it was once something you had to hide from your parents with heaps of air freshener and dryer sheets, cannabis has recently gone mainstream. More than half of adults in the US say they've tried the stuff, and 35 million of them say they currently use it. Right on. People who use cannabis tend to experience feeling relaxed, mellow, and a bit hazy. And those who say the stuff doesn't agree with them report feelings of paranoia and panic. But how exactly does cannabis work? The main psychoactive ingredient in cannabis is THC, or delta-9-tetrahydrocannabinol, which is a cannabinoid that's responsible for cannabis's mind-altering effects and making people feel high. Cannabinoids are a group of chemical compounds that make up the active constituents of cannabis. Cannabis plants contain at least 113 cannabinoids in total, but THC is the main psychoactive compound. This is because its chemical structure is similar to a naturally occurring brain chemical called anandamide. And the area of the brain that anandamide affects are related to pleasure, memory, thinking, movement, coordination, and time perception. So, because of THC's structural similarity to anandamide, it's able to affect these things too, by binding to and interfering with the same receptors that anandamide activates, which is what produces the hallmark high feeling that results from either smoking or ingesting cannabis. So, for example, when THC affects the hippocampus, an area of the brain that enables people to form new memories, the affected person will experience impaired thinking and interruptions in their ability to learn new tasks. And when THC hits the cerebellum, coordination and reaction time become impaired. Now, the most common way to get THC into your body, of course, is to smoke cannabis. It's also the quickest way to feel its effects. This is because the THC heads directly to your lungs, which are lined with millions of alveoli, or tiny air sacs that facilitate gas exchange in your body. These little guys actually have a huge surface area, making it super easy for THC to get absorbed by the body. You could also eat cannabis, in which THC enters the body through the stomach. From there, it gets absorbed by the blood and carried to the liver and the rest of the body. Word to the wise when it comes to ingesting cannabis this way, since the stomach absorbs THC much more slowly than the lungs, it may seem like the cannabis isn't working, and it might make you want to eat more, which could result in some pretty inconvenient consequences. Which brings us to the golden rule. Start low and go slow. Cannabis is one plant that packs quite the punch. Now that is what I call flower power.